We all want to live in an area that has the best neighborhoods and the best looking city and super low crime and also has really great home prices. We all want that kind of area that's got the best of both worlds. The problem is that there tends to be like a direct correlation here in Metro Atlanta and many other parts of the country where the best areas also have the highest home prices. And if you're looking for an area that's got really low home prices, you tend to have to sacrifice on the area where you want to live. But I want to tell you about a city here in Metro Atlanta that has, in my opinion, the best of both worlds. It's a great area and it has great home prices. This, however, can be really hard to find here in Metro Atlanta. For example, this home that I just found on Zillow, 100 Hinton Chase Parkway, is a 6-bedroom home with 4 bathrooms, 3,600 square feet, and they're only asking $390,000. Like, this looks like it's an absolute steal if you look at it just at face value. It looks like you're like getting an amazing home for a great price. The problem is that the area where this home is located is not super desirable. According to Wikipedia, the crime rate in this area where this home is located is a bit higher than normal. And according to greatschools.org, the high school where this home is located is like a 3 out of 10. So that's definitely not the kind of place where most people want to live. Alternatively, you can find an area with the best high schools and like no crime, and an area where the city looks absolutely beautiful and amazing, and you're going to pay, $700,000 or $800,000 for a home. But that's not really what we're looking for. We want to find an area here in Metro Atlanta where you can check off all of the boxes. And fortunately, I found the best city where you can find all of those things. You can check off all those boxes: the great public school districts, the low crime, the high desirability, and you can get a home that does not break the bank, below 400,000, even below 350,000. Because I know that when people come here to Metro Atlanta, that's like the main thing that they're asking me is like, where can we find an area where we can get plenty of home for our money, but we're also in a safe area? We want to live in a place that has great community. And I found the perfect place for that. And I want to tell you about it. To really understand where that is here in Metro Atlanta, we kind of have to understand how Atlanta has been growing in the last few years. Right around 2020, this is when the housing market took a big turn and really changed for a lot of people. And so this is also when people started moving to Atlanta more so than ever before, looking for those lower cost of living, the better home prices. And the economy in Atlanta has been growing a lot. So lots of people are starting to move here to Atlanta. Even lots of businesses, lots of big companies, corporations are moving to Atlanta more and more every year, looking for the lower cost of living and looking for the lower cost of running a business. And so the growth in Atlanta has been spreading more and more. And the more densely populated parts of Metro Atlanta, really this is the center, which would be the city of Atlanta. This is where you find the best infrastructure. This is where you find, a good mix of racial diversity, something else that a lot of people are looking for. But of course, the home prices in the center of Metro Atlanta are very high. So we need to move out a little bit to get away from the densely populated areas. So just outside of Atlanta, we have also really good cities where the public schools maybe aren't quite as good, the infrastructure isn't quite as good, but you can find lower home prices that are more affordable. So what we're seeing is that as more people move to the Metro Atlanta area looking for these great areas and low home prices, that growth is expanding outwardly like a bubble away from the center of Metro Atlanta. It's the cities that are on the outskirts of Metro Atlanta that still have these lower home prices, but also you can find lots of desirability. And this city that I'm referring to, in my opinion, is the best example of this. But one of the things that sets this city apart from all of the other areas of Metro Atlanta is 2 factors that are affecting this suburb that make it a really perfect area for finding low home prices and high desirability. And those two factors are the public school district of Cobb County. Cobb County has cities like Marietta, Kennesaw, Ackworth, Mableton. In Cobb County, lots of people prioritize the public schools. So the county has a lot of pressure from the citizens there to have excellent public schools. And so we see a lot of great schools in Cobb County. And the other factor that is affecting this area that I'm referring to is the economy and the businesses that you see in the northwest part of Metro Atlanta. We have lots of big corporations, not only in the center of Atlanta, but in the northwest part of Atlanta. So in this northwest part of Metro Atlanta, we have lots of growth, excellent public schools, lots of people wanting to move here. The infrastructure is very good. And the city, in my opinion, that is being affected the best and has the best of all of these different factors is Dallas, Georgia. Dallas, Georgia is where you can find home prices below 400,000, even 350,000, and you're still having great infrastructure, low to no crime. You're seeing great public schools here. But one thing about Dallas that you need to know is how to take advantage of the housing market in Dallas to really get the best home prices. So let's talk about what the housing market is looking like here so that you can get the best price for a home in Dallas, Georgia. One of the biggest factors that affects the housing market in Dallas is where it's located. Dallas is in Paulding County, which is right next to Cobb County. So again, it's affected a lot by Cobb County. A lot of the citizens who live in Cobb County sometimes move to Paulding, or, maybe they have friends or family in Cobb. And so there's a lot of influence in Paulding County from Cobb County. Also, Dallas is more of a rural area or suburban area. It's certainly not like the big city of Atlanta. It's not as big and densely populated as Marietta. It's a bit farther out. So Dallas is very much like a chill vibe kind of area. You're not going to find a huge nightlife in Dallas. You are going to find a lot of young families, though, living in Dallas who are trying to find the lower cost of living and all of those excellent amenities that you can find in some of the bigger cities. And so that is definitely one thing that's affecting the housing market here in this city. Now, if we take a look at the average home price in Dallas, in the last 30 days, the average home price in Dallas is $367,000. This is an absolute steal, especially when you compare it to Marietta, where the average home price in the same time frame is $515,000, or Swanee, which is another super popular city, where the average home price is $660,000. So again, these super popular areas, home prices are skyrocketing, but in Dallas, you're still seeing very affordable home prices. Something else that's really affecting the housing market here in Dallas is that the average days on market is 26 days. In Marietta, it's 7 days, and in Swanee, it's 6 days. This means that in Marietta and Swanee, you're seeing homes fly off the market. Almost as soon as they come on the market, they're off the market in an average of 6 to 7 days, but not so in Dallas. You're not having as many multiple offer situations. You're not having to overbid for homes in Dallas because the average amount of time that a home is on the market is 24 days. 3 weeks instead of 1 week. It's a huge difference. And right now there's less demand in Dallas than there is in some of these other more popular cities. But I assure you that there will be more demand in Dallas as we approach the next 5 to 10 years. And as more people move to Metro Atlanta, I would bet any amount of money that cities like Dallas are going to be exploding in growth. And in my opinion, this is the sweet spot of Metro Atlanta. You can still find affordable homes. You can still find all the great amenities that you can find in some of the other suburbs of Metro Atlanta. Here lately, I've really been talking a lot about Dallas because I do think that it's the best opportunity of all of the suburbs of Metro Atlanta. So let's take a look at a few examples of some of the homes that you can find in Dallas. 308 Crimson Drive is a 5-bedroom, 5-bath home, 5,500 square feet, and they're only asking 600,000. Another one is 10 Roy Circle in Dallas. It's a 6-bedroom, 7-bath home, also 5,500 square feet, and they're only asking 700,000. Now, that size home in any other part of Metro Atlanta, you'd be looking at closer to 800,000 or 900,000, maybe even $1 million. So also we have some lower priced homes, of course, in Dallas. So let's take a look at a few of those. We have 101 Flagler Way currently for sale in Dallas. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath home, 1,600 square feet, and they're asking 340,000. Also, 25 Estate Court is a 4-bed, 2-bath home, and they're asking 340,000 as well. 885 Hiram Sudi Road is a 3-bed, 2-bath home, a little more than 1,700 square feet, and they're only asking 350,000. So no question that you can definitely find affordable homes for sale currently in Dallas that does not break the bank. Another thing is new construction homes. You don't really see a lot of new construction in some of the more densely populated parts of Metro Atlanta, but because there's still plenty of space in Dallas, you can find a lot of new construction homes. 107 Durana Crossing was built in 2023. It's a 4-bed, 4-bath home, 2,800 square feet, and they're only asking 620,000. Again, any home built in the last few years in other parts of Metro Atlanta, new construction is super expensive, $800,000 or $900,000. So to be able to find a home like this in the 600s is not really something you see in other parts of Metro Atlanta. But there's no question that there are lots of other factors associated with like the monthly cost of living in any city like Dallas. And so I actually made a full video of the breakdown of all of the monthly expenses that you can expect when living in Dallas. You can check it out right here. I'll see you in the next video.